Hey internet, my name is Preston. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make this disturbing looking military style night vision effect. This is the first video of a new series that I call Found Footage Fridays. Over the years, I've come up with really amazing techniques to making crazy found footage effects that elevate your stories from the world of fiction to the realm of possibility. I know that there are plenty of creators trying to make really incredible found footage content, but there just isn't that many resources out there. Because of that, I had to figure all this stuff out on my own, and I'm here to teach you what I've learned. Before I get into the video, I'd like to ask you to please like, subscribe, and put notifications on. This channel runs off your support, so your participation is always greatly appreciated. Now let's learn how to make night vision. In Premiere Pro, I have a little sequence that I shot here. It's just some nighttime spooky stuff with flashlights, you know, the good found footage stuff. Select all of these and we're gonna right click, hit nest. Okay, and all the stuff that we got here is now in one sequence, and now we're gonna right click all this and we're gonna hit replace with After Effects composition, and that will create a dynamic link between Premiere Pro and After Effects. Found Footage Fridays. That does not sound as cool as I think it does. So now that we're in After Effects, you're going to want to save this project. I highly recommend saving it in the same place that you saved your Premiere Pro project. And now we've got our little sequence right here. And something kind of interesting is that if you actually double click on this, on your nested sequence, you'll actually see all of the original clips were also sent in a composition. That's really nice. They didn't have to do it, but they did it anyway, and that's just sweet. So we got all this spooky stuff here. Now let's make it actually look like the stuff of nightmares. So first of all, we're going to go to the Effects and Presets bar, and we're going to look for the Colorama effect. And you can see that immediately you've got Predator Vision, which is pretty cool. I mean, like, that'd be pretty neat if you got Predator Vision. But here's the thing. This isn't a tutorial on how to make Predator Vision. This is a tutorial on how to make... Wait, what is this tutorial about? Oh yeah, this is a tutorial on how to make night vision. So, let me show you how to turn this into night vision. In your effects controls, go to Colorama and go to Output Cycle, and you'll see this wheel, and you have all sorts of triangles and weird stuff going on. You don't have to worry about any of this. I'll tell you about it. So this red one here, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of that. So all you, okay, all you got's green now, right? So let's actually take this green and move it over here, and then we're gonna put a new one. By the way, how you make a new one is you just tap and then it's there. But we're gonna double click on this and we're gonna make it white, just pure white. Okay. And there we got our pure white, and we're gonna move this a little more this way, there, and then we're gonna make another one right here, and we're gonna make it green, but instead we're gonna pull this back and we're gonna make it really dark green. Not quite black, but really dark green. There we go, and look at that. It's already looking pretty good. We'll get one right around here. We'll maybe make it a little bit brighter, just a little bit. Okay. Just to kind of make the transition smoother. And there we go. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's looking excellent. Now, if you want this to look a little bit darker, you can go to your dark triangle and you can make it even darker if you'd like. I wouldn't make it all the way black though. This already looks pretty good. You can stop here and it would look all right. But I'm going to add some interesting details that will make it stand out. Go to your effects and presets and type vignette. And you're just going to want to mess with that. Luckily with this, you don't have to be that subtle because it's night vision. Normally, like, the edges kind of blacked out. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like adding a vignette on something, especially a clip like this, makes it feel more like it's like really at night, like it's really dark and creepy. You never know what's lurking in the shadows. Sorry, that was cringy. I won't do that again. And now I'm going to show you something very interesting. This one thing will help you out with 100% of the found footage effects that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to reuse this thing in every single video. Simple, and it's easy, and everyone has access to this. This clip here is grain that I recorded on my iPhone. I just pointed the camera at the night sky, and then I pushed the ISO as high as I could, and I got this really wild looking grain that kind of looks like how it looks when my eyes are closed. So now we're gonna hit S, and we're gonna bring the scale up to match everything else. Make sure that the sound is turned off. I don't know why sound is on that. That's not good. Now we're gonna go to 5 seconds in the timeline, right click, and hit time, enable time remapping. Don't move the playhead, just go right over here and just drag this as far as you can with your noise. And then Command Shift D to cut it. And then you're just going to delete the rest of this because we don't need it. Oh, yeah, make sure to drag out your timeline so that way you don't underestimate how many of these you need, because you're going to need a lot. Command D, 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 D. I think that'll... What? Did you hear that? I had like an accent on the end. I was like, D? All right, but anyways. We're going to move this to the end there, and you're going to want to make sure that these all line up and that there aren't any gaps in it. And now we're going to take all this grain that you've created, select all of them, right click, and hit pre-compose. Make sure that move all attributes is selected and hit OK. Go to your blending mode. By the way, if you don't see the blending mode here, it's probably because it looks like this. You just hit this little button down here and then you've got it. On blending mode, hit screen, and voila. This grain is a lot, so it'd probably good to like, you know, move it down a little bit. Hit T for opacity, and we're gonna move this down. I'd say about 50 looks good. There's one final thing that will make this look really good, and we're gonna create an adjustment layer, and we're gonna search for the radial blur effect. We obviously don't want our clip to look like that. That's just ridiculous. Change spin to zoom. And then we're going to want to move this down to about 3, 4, maybe 5, slightly more subtle. Yeah, there we go. The great thing about having the vignette on the sides is that it actually highlights the grain more, and that makes it feel more like it's shot on some really weird, crazy camera that's meant for something special, like seeing Ghost or something. As a final step, I would recommend going to composition settings. This is on 24 frames per second. I would say move it down to 12, and that'll make it feel creepier. Command S, and we're gonna go back to Premiere Pro, and your stuff should be automatically updated. That's the magic of a dynamic link. Pick really weird places, like just random frames, and you're gonna actually take screenshots. Take a screenshot. You're going to name it and pick a place that you want it to go. And then I'm going to hit OK. Might have to wait a minute, but it'll show up in your project window. And then you'll take that and you'll put it directly where the playhead is. You'll scale that down. And you only want this on there for a few frames. But pretty much what you're trying to do is you're trying to make it look like the frames, like the frame rate is varying because the camera's weird. Kind of glitchy. I hope that I was successful in helping you or teaching you something new. It's very important to me that I teach what I've learned from my filmmaking journey. If you have any VFX ideas or video topics you'd like me to cover, please let me know down in the comments. Stay safe, keep creating, and you'll see me again very soon.